Okay, so I think like the smartest thing to do is like read from 30 to like 34. Okay? So like I hope it's not like too much, but like let's try and then we can kind of break it down. So Ayah 30, Surah Baqarah. Remember when your Lord said to the angels, I'm going to place a successive human authority on earth. They asked God, will you place someone who will spread corruption and shed blood while we glorify your praises and proclaim your holiness? By the way, this is the argument for free will. Human beings will spread corruption and bloodshed, and the reason why is because we have the ability to do so. Where the angels, it seems like they don't have the free will to be able to do so. God responded, I know what you do not know. And then 31 says, he taught Adam the names of all things. So God taught Adam specific knowledge, the name of all things. Then he presented them to the angels and said, tell me the names of these if what you say is true. They replied, the angels, glory be to you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught us. You, the angel saying to God, are truly the all-knowing, all-wise. And then Ayah 33. God said, oh, Adam. So now the angels are admitting that they don't really know anything. That they're kind of just like robots, essentially. Like robots that don't have free will. And they just like do God's bidding in this strange world that we live in. We're like, what is going on? But this is in heaven. Or in the heavens, or whatever you'd want to call that, in this different dimension. God said, oh, Adam. So who is Adam? Adam is the first human being. We are all sons of Adam, right? So, oh, Adam, the start of creation. Inform them of their names. Then when Adam did, so Adam was able to do things that the angels were not able to do, because God taught him certain things. So essentially, what this means to me is that human beings have the knowledge of God, or some knowledge of God in us that no other species has. And this is true if you look at the animals. See, the difference between us and the angels, or us and like the chimpanzees, or like us and like the antelope. I was going to say cantaloupe. Definitely the cantaloupe, but also the antelope. Sorry, is that light in your way? The antelope or the tiger, they don't have the ability to observe. I think that the God-like thing that's in us, the thing that God put in us, the source of the universe, the source of consciousness, is he threw what into the human being? Consciousness. The ability to go like this. I'm here right now. I am not my body. I am aware that I am living in this vehicle being my body. Sorry, I want to explain this all at one time, but it makes more sense like this. 33, God said, oh, Adam, inform them of their names. Then when Adam did, so Adam did inform them of their names, God said, did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heaven and earth, and I know what you reveal and what you conceal? So I think that God is talking to the angels. So I know everything. Basically, God is saying, I know everything, and I taught Adam some things. Because God didn't say here, did I not tell you that Adam knows everything that's in the earth and the heavens and the earth? No, he didn't say that. He said, I know everything, God being I. Not obviously I, but I'm sure you understand the point. But human beings have some knowledge that God gave only human beings. This is the conversation. So angels are supposed to be like the highest kind of being that existed before human beings existed. And these human beings came and they kind of like elevated the roof and got consciousness. Now, why are you higher? Why are human beings higher than the angels? And I think it's because look how it starts, right? So if you go to like 30, it says corruption and bloodshed. And then it's knowledge that God gave you when you go to like reference 32 and then 33. God said, oh, Adam, inform them of their names. And then when Adam did, he did it. God said, did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heaven and earth? Of the heavens and the earth, and I know what you reveal and what you conceal. And then 34, Check this out. So 34 is the conversation between like the devil. And remember, shaitan or Satan or whatever, evil itself. So evil, the devil is like evil with consciousness. So like these things, these are evil. There's good and there's evil. And the question that you'd have to ask yourself is like, does good or evil have awareness of being evil? So does evil itself have an awareness that it's evil? It lives in the idea world, right? So who is the devil? Who is Satan? Who is Shaitan? The thing that whispers in the ears of men. So it is aware, and your ideas could be evil in nature. And this is how a man gets corrupted, or a woman, or whatever. This is how human beings become corrupted, because things or temptations are whispered into our ears, are whispered into us. This is why when you see like a 6-year-old, they're not corrupted. And the way the devil works is he like sits and he attacks a weak vessel. So step 1 is for you to weaken yourself. Make you not believe in yourself. Take you away from your creator. Step 2, whisper things in your ear. Jealousy, evil stuff. They're better than me. You suck. Da, 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 da. Before you know it, you think that they're your own ideas. But remember, if you take a second and you realize, like when you're going through a hard time, and like when the emotions and the life and the words and your mind is spiraling everywhere, there's something that you should remember. You are not your mind. You are an observer of your mind. You are energy living inside this body. And how you think and how you feel in many ways, because if you have a thought, who's the listener and who's the speaker? So there you have a thought, it's coming into your head, but you're hearing the thought in your own head. So I would say that you're the listener, not the speaker. The ideas seem to come from the idea world. And those ideas could have an evil world. So like, and remember these ideas can have an evil connotation to it, which is the representation of the devil. And remember when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam. So why would the angels prostrate before Adam? Well, if you reference like two ayahs earlier, it says, inform them of their names. Then Adam did. And remember, so 34 says, and remember when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam. So they all did, but not Iblis. Iblis being Satan or Shaitan. Not Iblis, who refused and acted. How did he act? Arrogantly. So now you could see that the first major sin is arrogance. And I would argue that the major sin of arrogance is essentially everywhere. It's whether or not like look, if you can be confident without being arrogant. Arrogance is somebody who thinks they know but does not know. Confidence is somebody who knows and acts as if they know. So like, for example, like if you're confident that you're going to pass a math test, it's because you studied and you've worked, and like you're looking at the questions, and you've done the questions, and you've got like an A on like your practice test. But if you're arrogant, you're like, oh, I don't need to study, I'm so smart. And then what happens? Your life falls apart. Well, why does your life fall apart? Because you acted arrogantly. What did I say before? That the devil wants you to have a weak vessel. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because arrogance is the thing. So if the devil is a representation of evil itself, then what's the thing that it wants you to do? It whispers in your ear, I don't need to study. I don't need to do this. A study is just the example. But you understand what I'm saying. Is whispers that you think that you're better than you're not. You think that you're better than you are. 34. And remember when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam. Why would the angels prostrate before Adam? Because he has the knowledge of God inside of him. And he has free will. He has the ability to observe. So you're not praising Adam, you're praising the ability to do great things. That's what the angels are doing. But not Iblis, who refused and acted arrogantly, becoming unfaithful. And the next one is 35, where we talk about the apple. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.